Shark Tank India has gained a massive following in India. This show is an Indian version of the franchise of the American reality show Shark Tank. Valuable investors and entrepreneurs judge the ideologies and perspectives of the budding startup owners to estimate the success and further invest. The candidates who participated were not only financially benefited and empowered on this show, but also received space to connect to the successful people in the field. The show is being widely loved across the country for myriad reasons, and the fame that the judges have gained is not a mystery. People are loving the fact that they are actually getting to observe the brains behind very successful startups in India. There are a total of 7 judges, or as the show lingo calls them, sharks. The show, Shark Tank India, has spiked a sense of confidence in aspiring entrepreneurs by providing them with a platform to pitch their startup ideas. The contestants on the show are being judged by very experienced and different people in the history of Indian startups in the modern era. The show is being presented by Vineeta Singh, a popular and loved TV host who needs no introduction, but the judges are no less in creating a huge following for themselves. It was fascinating for the audience to see the real names behind some different products or services they are currently using. Most importantly, the show is educating the aspirants sitting at home to take up different opportunities and turn their dreams into reality. The judges are not only investing in the ideas of the participants, but also mentoring them on the basis of their respective professional experiences. The audience is also being aware of the innovative products that they can find around them or get inspired to create more of them. The readers are much motivated by the judges and inverters of Shark Tank India. The aforementioned entrepreneurs are different and much insightful in case of their professional foregrounds. It is a huge opportunity for every interested person to look into their minds through the show. Their comments are not only valuable, but also intuitive. It is the life and approach to it for every person that takes them where they actually are. Here are the biographies and many professional and personal details about all the 7 entrepreneurs who are in the show as Shark Tank India judges. Aman Gupta. Born and brought up in Delhi, Aman Gupta is one of the most successful youth entrepreneurs. He is the CMO and co-founder of India-based electronics company, Boat. Currently, at the age of 39 years, he is one of the Shark Tank India judges. His insight into business is specifically valuable on the platform, and this is what has spiked his popularity even more. He was born to Hindu parents, Jyoti Kochar Gupta and Neeraj Gupta. He completed his schooling at Delhi Public School in R.K. Puram. Later he pursued his bachelor in business at Delhi University. Later, he cleared the examination of chartered accountant, but entrepreneurship attracted him into a different field. He decided to do his master's in business administration in finance and strategies from the Indian School of Business. To explore more aspects of business administration, Gupta graduated again with an MBA in General Management and Marketing from the Kellogg Graduate School of Management in the United States of America. Post acquiring the best education, Aman Gupta decided to launch his career in 2003 as an assistant manager. He later co-founded Advanced Telemedia Pvt. Ltc. in 2005 and served as their CEO till 2010. In 2011, he joined Kleinwald Piet Marwijk Godler or KMPG. He was in a senior management consultant position there. In less than a year, he decided to switch as a director in Indian sales for Harman International, which is governed by Samsung. He started gaining much experience by switching between fields, and in 2014, he used all that in co-founding Imagine Marketing. Finally, in 2016, Aman Gupta co-founded Boat with Sameer Mehta and is serving as the CMO. They utilized all their professional and personal experiences in influencing the growth of the company. Aman Gupta is currently standing in the business world with a net worth of $95 million. The entrepreneur has aced the market in electronics with his specialized brand that is selling the best products in speakers, headsets, earplugs, chargers, and much more in India at many affordable prices along with incomparable quality. Talking about his personal life, he is been pretty admirable with that too. He is happily married to Priya Dagar and is a father to two very adorable daughters, Mia and Ada. Aman Gupta is surely one of those rare young entrepreneurs who will never fail to inspire any aspirant who might wish to look up to him. Ashneer Grover. The straightforward and honest Ashneer Grover is being much appreciated on the Shark Tank India show for his sheer shrewdness. He is one of the major entrepreneurs in India whose firm is competing with the best UPI payments methods in the country. Managing Director and co-founder of BharatPe, Ashneer Grover is a 39-year-old businessman who has succeeded in the field at such an early stage. Ashneer was born and brought up in Delhi. He aimed to become a chartered accountant just like his father. Later on, after completing his schooling at Apijay School in Delhi, he joined the Indian Institute of Technology in his hometown for his bachelor's in technology in civil. Later, in 2004, he managed to get admitted into the Indian Institute of Management in Ahmedabad. His educational degrees are surely from the best colleges in India, which reflects his vivid focus and profound aim. Post his education, in no time, Ashneer joined Kotak Investment where he worked for 7 years. By the time he decided to quit the company, he was positioned as a vice president. He joined fintech giant American Express for India in 2013, and after understanding the process of fintech, he soon moved to Grofers in 2015 to join as the CFO. As the head of new business, he worked for a year in PC Jewellers from 2017. Finally, in 2018, he along with Bhavik Koldia and Shashwat Nakrani founded BharatPe. They started a company to ease the payments in the QR method. The firm has grown to an extent that now, not only they are dealing in QR payment modes, but also lending small loan amounts on the basis of the same. As per GQ India, Ashneer Grover has a net worth of Rs. 700 crores, which is quite commendable. Ashneer Grover is happily married to Madhuri Jain Grover, who also is an entrepreneur and is head of controls at BharatPe. They have two kids, Avi and Mannat. His mother and father were also professionals as teachers and chartered accountants, respectively. He keeps sharing about his personal life through social media platforms, where they all are much adored by his followers. Anupam Mittal. Known as one of the most experienced and revolutionizing entrepreneurs, Anupam Mittal founded the People Group and is now working as their CEO. He was born in Maharashtra on 23 December 1971 to Bhagwati Devi Mittal and Gopal Krishna Mittal. He is currently an investor and judge in the show Shark Tank India, and his expertise and experience in the field are prominent in the show. He completed his schooling in his home state. He pursued a part of his college education from Maharashtra. He later moved to the United States of America and joined Boston College in 1994 to get admitted in General Business or Commerce graduate course. Later, he majored in operations and strategic management. Post his graduation from Boston College, Mittal joined MicroStrategy, which was a software company in Washington, D.C. He acquired many software and business skills here, which he later utilized to open up his matrimonial website in 1997. He kept working for com until it was busted in 2000. He moved back to India realizing the loss his workplace company is experiencing at the moment. He started his personal internet firm. He also changed the name of his matrimonial matchmaking internet-based firm called Sagai Com to Shadi Com to emphasize its market response. The advancement of the Indian subcontinent was gradual in the case of the internet, and more than that, the reception of technology. His main market comprised of international clients until Shadi Com was unhurriedly well perceived in India. Right now, the site is one of the best dealers in the field, and along with that, they have managed to contribute to various welfare programs and mass education in case of marriages through the Facebook game Angry Brides and Shadi Cares. Apart from Shadi.com, he also founded Makaan.com, that is an online real estate platform. He is known to be an angel investor since 2007. He has massively invested in 200 startups including Keto, Big Basket, Driva, and more. Additionally, Anupam also invested as a producer in Bollywood movies Flavors and 99. As of 2021, his net worth is estimated to be $25 million. Anupam Mittal married the Indian model and actress Anchal Kumar, and they are proud parents of their daughter Alyssa Mittal. He is quite active with social media and much well received for the personal experiences that he shares on his accounts. Peush Bansal. Patient and calm demeanor is very appreciable, and for the audience to watch someone who delivers advanced strategies unexpectedly and steals of the show at a sudden surprise is always much intriguing. For the show Shark Tank India, Peyush Bansal does the same. His placidity infused with passion and commendable strategies has made many aspiring startup entrepreneurs get all inspired by him. He symbolizes stability and vision in the show. Born and brought up in New Delhi, 36 years aged businessman, Peyush Bansal is the founder and CEO of Lenskart.com. He completed his education at McGill University, later majoring in MPEFP management from IIM Bangalore. After his education, Peyush immediately joined Microsoft USA, where he worked for only a year. He quit his job in 2008, and in spite of having no experience in entrepreneurship, he started Such My Campus.com to help students looking for assistance with college accommodation, books, jobs, transportation, and much more. His realization of the eye-related medical issues in India led him to lay the foundation of Lenskart in 2010. Lenskart not only operated online, but they opened more than 50 offline stores across the country. Currently, business tycoons such as Ratan Tata and S. Gopalakrishnan have invested in Lenskart, which eventually reflects the perception of Peyush and his partners, Amit Chaudhary and Sumit Kapahi. Invaluable talent is acing the startup market. It is anticipated that the net worth of Goyal is $1.3 billion, which is tremendous for such a young talent. There is not much known about Peyush Bansal's parents. He is married to Nidhi Mittal and is co-parent to his son, Evans. Ghazal Alagh. Presently, the co-founder and CIO of one of the leading body and baby care brands, MamaEarth, Ghazal Alagh are making much to the media upon her presence on the show Shark Tank India. It was interesting for the Indian audience to discover the real brain behind one of the finest Indian brands in the field of body care. MamaEarth has gained immense market and is hitting the crest of financial gains. Ghazal has impressed everyone on the show for her absolute charm and passion. She is a smart woman who is just 38 and a remarkable female entrepreneur. She was raised in Haryana and later moved to Chandigarh for completion of her college-level education from Punjab University. She later acquired much knowledge at the New York Academy of Arts. Post her education, Ghazal worked as a corporate trainer at NEET. She decided to give up her job and work on startups. She founded Diet Expert, in which unfortunately failed to gain a market. She decided to join Being Artsy as a consequence of that. While she was expecting her child in 2017, she and her husband Varun realized how difficult it was to find a trustworthy baby care brand. This led them to together create products that were natural, healthy, and with no side effects. They launched MamaEarth as a wholesome baby care firm. Later, they extended the market by launching products for adults. The company hiked through the internet and created a spike among the Indian consumers for the dependability of their products. She has often been included in various prestigious lists in the field of entrepreneurship. Reportedly, Ghazal independently has a net worth of $17 million, which is quite incredible and inspiring. Ghazal very contends with her marriage with her business partner, Varun Alagh. She is blessed with an admirable son, Agastya, who often features in her social media accounts and gains a lot of positive reception. Her initial family life is not much revealed by her, and she has very well balanced her personal and professional space. Namita Thapar. Namita Thapar is a strong woman who has attracted a lot of fans after she was first seen in the American television-inspired show, Shark Tank India. Namita has been very vocal regarding well-being of females during the pandemic. While she was much well received for her YouTube content on the same, her appearance on the show invited many fanatics for her. Her strength lies in her mind, which works strategically and rationally. She is the executive director of Emcure Pharmaceuticals. She is a highly educated woman who was born and brought up in Pune. She completed her educational journey after acquiring her degree in MBA from Fuqua School of Business at Duke University. She is also a chartered accountant. Namita is 44 and her professional commitments are very vast. She has worked for the Guidant Corporation in the United States of America for 6 initial years of her career. Later, she joined Emcure as the CFO, and her talent lowly pulled the major responsibilities for the India wing. She was announced as the executive director. Along with that, she also turned into a trustee on the TIE Mumbai Board of Trustees. She joined Regional Advisory Board for Fuqua School of Business India. Her contribution to the field of education is her sharing all her experiences through various speeches for institutes such as Harvard Business School in Boston, Indian Institute of Management in Ahmedabad, and much more. She has actively invested to assist the dreams of aspirants and her company, Incredible Ventures Limited, to train young minds in business education. Namita is supportive of all the welfare schemes of the Government of India so as to contribute to the betterment of Indian society by participating actively in programs such as Champions of Change, and Digital Health Task Force. Her net worth was reported in 2021 as a whopping Rs. 600 crores. Namita is married and her husband Vikas Thapar and kids, Jay and Veer Thapar, are often part of her social media. She is very protective of her personal life, especially in the initial phase. Her social media is mostly educative and professional. Vineeta Singh. Known for being one of the Shark Tank India judges, Vineeta Singh is a popular female entrepreneur. She co-founded Sugar Cosmetics with her husband and is now the CEO of the beauty brand. Her presence on the show Shark Tank India is not only positively charming but also empowering for millions of budding entrepreneurs, irrespective of gender. She is a self-made woman who has not only aced the business world but also gained a perspective after a whole lot of struggle. Her life choices might have surprised people back in time, but now they reflect her self-worth and belief. Her utter confidence is the key reason behind her professional successes and a humongous net worth of $8 million dollars as of 2021. She was born in 1984 and raised in Delhi. While she completed her education at Delhi Public School, she worked hard for getting into IIT, Madras. At the tender age of 17, she envisaged being a businesswoman. She joined IIM Ahmedabad to prepare for the same. It was eventually that she realized that one can be an entrepreneur only by actually being one. This led to her rejecting the job offer. She is probably the only person who refused to take up such a financially attractive career opportunity. She chose to survive on her savings and start a business. She did fail to impart a healthy market to her first venture. That sort of demotivated her as she started regretting declining the placement. Soon, she started running, which provided her the right confidence. She is still much involved, as she even completed Ironman triathlon. Her patience and never give up attitude soon paved her way to placing the footing of Sugar Cosmetics. The reason that this brand was well received was its specificity for the Indian market. It was interesting for consumers in India to actually be able to use products that are specially curated for their skin and conditions. One of the most commendable qualities of her brand is women's empowerment. 75% of her team, which comprises 1,500 professionals, are women. This reflects her belief in feminism and gender equity. Her business and life partner, Kaushik Mukherjee, is often seen complimenting and motivating her. Vineeta is a mother to 2 children. She has been vocal about her struggles of being a mom as well as an entrepreneur, but the wholesome smile of her kids does make it all worthy. Vineeta is an inspiring independent woman who has surely managed to get many stands for her conviction mirrors her power.